The night was heavy with the smell of burning wood, camphor, and unanswered questions. The cremation ground by the river flickered with the fire of yet another soul departing. The silence wasn't empty, it was ancient. The kind of silence that makes time forget itself. A young man stood by the pyre of his father. His face was blank, not from peace, but from the shock of grief too heavy for expression. Friends had left, rituals were done, the priests had mumbled their mantras and gone. Only the ashes remained, and a man. He sat on a rock close to the river, naked, his body smeared with the ash of others who had burned just like this. A skull rested by his side, and his eyes seemed to be gazing far beyond the flames, as if watching something return home. The young man hesitated, then walked over. Something in him, something raw and quiet, needed to know.
Are you an Aghori?
The man turned slowly, not startled, not concerned, just aware. The man turned slowly, not startled, not concerned, just aware. I am what I am, he replied, voice like earth cracking after a drought. The young man swallowed.
I just burned my father. He was all I had. Now I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. Is this it? Is this what death is?
The Aghori looked at him, not with pity, not even kindness. Just truth. Clean, unflinching. Death is not the end. It is the great return. The removal of mask, the silence after the song. He pointed at the smoke rising from the pyre. That is not your father. That is the coat he wore, and coats are meant to be shed.
But I can't feel him anymore. He's gone.
No, now he is everywhere. Your grief, he continued, is not because he died. Your grief is because you still live in separation, because you think life ends at the body, that love ends at goodbye, that spirit depends on breath. But we are not this meat. We are not this name. We are that which watches the body burn and remains untouched.
Then why does it hurt so much?
Because you were never taught how to die while living. You think death is something that happens one day. No, he leaned closer. Death is a constant invitation. Every moment asks you to let go, of identity, of attachment, of the lie that you are permanent. Do you know why I live here with fire and bone? Because here there is no pretending. These flames do not lie. These skulls do not wear masks. Death strips us until only truth remains. Good. Fear is the first gate. Walk through it and you will meet freedom. He picked up the skull beside him, cradled it like a child. This was once a woman. She laughed. She cried. She wore silk and flowers. She whispered her dreams in the dark. And now she is this. Will you cry for her? Or will you see what remains beneath the skin? The wind blew gently and the flames danced. Death is not cruel. It is the most honest thing in existence. It does not negotiate. It does not delay. It comes when the play is done. And the wise do not wait for death to arrive. They die before they die. They burn their ego. They burn their desires. They burn every illusion that says, I am this body. I am this story. And in that burning, they are free.
Will I ever stop missing him?
No. But the missing will change. It will become space. Not absence, but presence. You will stop seeing him in memories and start feeling him in everything. In the river's flow, in the wind's cry, in your own breath. He stood, picked up a handful of ash from the ground and let it slip through his fingers. Just two humans, one grieving, one beyond grief, standing before fire and truth. This is not the end. This is the beginning of your awakening. Do not fear death. Fear the life that passes without ever meeting the soul.